Urban Revolution Radio's Your Morning Show with your boy Nino and your man D Hick, broadcasting live from the Evans Motor Studios, 1056 East Riverside Drive, home of the buy here, pay here option. All those great deals to be had out there for the fall. And if you use promo code Nino, Nino, you'll get that $100 Visa gift card upon purchase completion. Also sponsored by Spudz-N-Stuff, home of the holy Montana potato. It's getting cold out there. You want that stick to your rib kind of food out there, and nothing stick to you more like a potato, boy. Baked potato. Baked potatoes out there stuff with all kind of meats, any kind of meat.
Spud up there?
Yeah, you know they got the chili spud. That's on the banner. That's on our website when we start when we do on the YouTube broadcast on the banner. It's advertising with the chili spud and the banner on our Facebook page. Oh yeah, that's one of the all-time favorites out there. The chili spud. Man, man, don't put no peanut butter on it. What Jason say? If it's already supposed to be on the spud, he sells it at the store and they ain't got no peanut butter on it. So it's not supposed to be. Don't mix no peanut butter with that.
You gotta have peanut butter with chili.
So going on down there, Spudz-N-Stuff, and over there at the Raw Center South on the southeast side of Evansville, 402-7783 or Spudz-N-Stuff.com. Tell them Nino sent you. They also hiring for night and weekend delivery drivers up to $20 an hour. I'm telling you, good money right there. Daylight savings time is set to end
Saturday, isn't it?
Sunday at 2 in the morning. We're falling back into normal time. And what is it? It's daylight saving time. There's no S on the end. And I find myself saying that a lot too, throwing the S on there when it's not supposed to be. But it's daylight saving time. But my question is it still necessary for us to even do that anymore?
No.
I don't think so. Because we're in the state of Indiana here. Half of us don't even do it here in the state of Indiana.
Right. And the other half changes like an hour ahead.
Right. And it's like you almost go through like a time warp.
Yeah.
Versus not only a time zone time warp in the middle of us. I'm like, why are we even doing it? That just kind of just shows how crazy Indiana is right now, man. But just for real, the fact that we even still do that. But as a country on a whole, why do we even still do daylight savings time? Because we're not agriculturally, heavy like we used to, where farmers had to get up at the crack of the rooster. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We got alarm clocks on everything, cell phones. You can get up when the sun come up whenever you want to and work that back. Because I mean, it gets so frustrating sometimes waking up and it's dark. You going to work when it's dark. You come out of work, it's dark. And there's barely you have enough time to see any kind of daylight, anything like that. But if we just kept it the way it is, instead of having to fall back, and do another spring forward and all, because you get more daylight in the spring and summer hours anyway, so that's gonna take care of itself. Having to add an extra another hour in there to make it, because just start at extremes in the spring and summer, the sun starts setting about 8:45, something like that, But then it's the extreme opposite. When you get into the winter, when you do that extreme change of the time change, the sun starts setting at 4:30, 5 o'clock.
4 o'clock, man.
So I think it really hurts.
I like it too.
You like daylight saving time?
I like when it get dark early, man.
I used to as a kid because it made it feel like I was staying out a little later.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because, I was one of them come in when the street light come on kind of kid. You know what I mean? Mama said the street light come on out there, grow up in projects, all that street light come on, my name come out, ringing through the building. And hey, your mama calling you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I can understand that, but then in the wintertime, I used to like it when it got out early. Like I said, it made you feel like you were staying out a little bit later. But as you get older, to me as an adult, it just seems like things start shutting down early. Like when the sun starts going down early, you get that kind of like that delirium effect of not seeing daylight, and not your body clock gets a little off because you're waking up, it's dark, you're going to sleep, it's dark, it's almost like living in Alaska. You ever seen that movie that what was it, Al Pacino and Robin Williams movie when they was in Alaska and Robert De Niro had to get insomnia? You ever seen that movie Insomnia, where Al Pacino had to get used to not seeing darkness for 6 months? It was daylight for 6 months. So he had to put the black curtains on his thing and all that. He couldn't find a way to get to sleep because it was all, always daylight. He was always seeing daylight, and it made it hard for him to figure out the case, because he couldn't sleep, So, and it's kind of the same thing for me. It's like when it's always dark, what I mean? I'm kind of like, I'm a sun person. I like seeing the sun. I get a little bit of an energy when I see the sun. Mood kind of swings with the weather and the sun exposure a little bit.
Right.
And when it's always dark and your time schedule is set to you going into work and it's dark, you're in a dark building with no windows. Because I remember when I was working at the one job, the other radio station, you get into that studio, there's no windows in there. So I'm going in there early in the morning, on some days trying to do work, things like that. By the time you come out, it's dark again. It's like, man, did I like it? Our time warp, but my so your sleep schedule get on. Your body automatically wants to go into sleep mode because the sun's down and all this kind of other stuff. So I really don't think daylight savings time is necessary because as far as us having the electronics that we have right now to let us know what time it's 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock without having to worry about when the sun coming up, coming down. We got headlights on tractors and trucks and all that kind of stuff. So you don't have to worry about farmers working in the dark. So it's too many reasons why I think daylight saving time should be dealt away with. But let's see. It say according to the USA Today, daylight savings time, they say, is not helpful and has no upsides. It say people living in states that follow the practice will set their clocks back, gaining the hour of sleep that they lost in the spring. But for most of the U.S., daylight savings time starts at 2 a.m. on the second Sunday of March and ends on the same time on the first Sunday of November, which is coming up. Right. So the Department of Transportation, which is in charge of daylight savings time, which I don't understand why. I would thought that would have been like the Department of Agriculture.
Yeah.
Since it was set up for farming and all that kind of other stuff. But apparently it's the Department of Transportation that's in charge of that. They say the practice saves energy, prevents traffic accidents, and reduces crime. But sleep experts say the health consequences of losing sleep from daylight savings time outweigh the value, which is exactly what I was talking.
No damn crime.
Right. That's all.
Except for the damn lie.
So there's really no reason why we should continue to do this back and forth, said Aaron Flynn Evans, who's with the American Academy of Sleep Medicine's Public Safety Committee. See, the negative health consequences and the negative effects on multi-vehicular crashes in the spring are just not worth it. So, which is a dumb reason. Talking about daylight savings time prevents auto accidents. Come on now. It's not, y'all reaching for that. That's just something the Department of Transportation would have to say since y'all in charge at the time. But it had nothing to do with vehicles or transportation in the first place. It had to do with farming and farmers being able to get up, crack of dawn, and get game daylight, all that kind of. But now that we got clocks and watches and all that kind of other stuff, and we the headlights and we can even simulate the sun if we want to. We got greenhouses and all these heat lamps. So I think daylight saving time is one of those obsolete constructions that we just still do out of habit right now. That I really think we need to get away with. No, really, the rest of the world doesn't even do it at all. We have to readjust our clocks to get back to the rest of the world because nobody else does it anymore. So I mean, so it's our arcade thing. Do you think we should still practice daylight saving time? Or do you think we should get away with it? Let us know in the comment box on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB, on our website live999WJCB.com.